Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Where every coin tells a story and every pocket change might just hide a fortune. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because today, we're diving into one of the most iconic coins in American history, one that celebrates liberty, legacy, and just might make you rich. We're talking about the legendary United States $quarter that bears the dual date of 1776 to 1976. This isn't just any old quarter. This is the bicentennial quarter, issued to honor 200 years of American independence. But there's one special version of this coin, rare, unique, and highly valuable, that has captured the attention of collectors across the world. Some people find one of these and think, cool, a bicentennial coin, and toss it back in a drawer. But others? They've walked away with a small fortune. So what makes this quarter so special, and why is it worth so much to the right buyer? Let's take a closer look at the fascinating history, design, rarity, and the hidden secrets that could turn a simple 25-cent coin into a life-changing treasure. Let's rewind to the year 1975. The United States Mint was preparing for the nation's grand 200th birthday, the bicentennial, in 1976. To mark the occasion, the Mint decided to issue special commemorative designs for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. Instead of a single year, all of these coins would bear a dual date, 1776 to 1976. And unlike regular quarters that feature an eagle on the reverse, the bicentennial quarter had something entirely new. The reverse side features a powerful image, a colonial drummer, with a torch of victory encircled by 13 stars in the background. This design was selected from a national competition and was created by Jack L. Ahr. It symbolized the spirit of the revolution, the birth of a nation, and the strength of the American people. The front of the coin still featured George Washington's profile, as always, but with the commemorative dual date beneath him, reminding everyone that this wasn't just currency, it was a celebration. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most bicentennial quarters were minted in copper nickel and released into everyday circulation. That means hundreds of millions of these coins were made, and they're still out there, rattling around in jars, pockets, and glove compartments across the country. But among them, a very small number were struck in special conditions, on different planchets, or with minting errors that make them incredibly rare. And it's these few that are prized by collectors. You see, some of these coins were struck on silver planchets, specifically, a 40% silver-clad composition used for special collector sets. Others contain striking errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or being struck on the wrong metal altogether. These errors are not just flaws, they're collector gold. Imagine finding a quarter that was struck on a nickel planchet, or one that has a dramatic double die on the reverse where the drummer's lines are visibly doubled. These rare versions are not something you can spot with the casual glance. It takes a sharp eye, a magnifying lens, and a little bit of luck. But when you find one, you found something far more valuable than loose change. Even more thrilling is that some of these rare bicentennial quarters have shown up in regular coin rolls and pocket change. That's right, people have unknowingly spent these quarters at vending machines, gas stations, or dropped them in tip jars, not realizing they were holding a small treasure. That's why collectors and even casual enthusiasts are constantly checking their spare change. Because when it comes to coins like this, fortune favors the observant. Over the years, coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified some of these rare quarters in mint condition or with rare errors. Those coins, especially those with unique features, perfect preservation, or unusual minting qualities, have sold for staggering amounts at auctions. And as time goes on and these coins become even harder to find, their value only increases. So how do you know if you've got a valuable bicentennial quarter? First, check the edges. If the coin has a silver appearance instead of the usual copper edge, it could be one of the rare 40% silver issues. Next, look closely at the details. Is there any doubling on the lettering or images? Any signs of an off-center strike or weak detail? If anything seems unusual, get it checked by a professional grader. Collectors are especially excited about coins with full original luster, no signs of wear, and those that were struck with proof-like clarity. Even minor errors, when combined with top condition, can boost the value exponentially. So keep your eyes open, your magnifier close, and your change jar nearby. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. Now, for the part you've been waiting for, the big reveal. One of these incredibly rare bicentennial quarters, certified to be in pristine condition and featuring a rare minting error, has been valued at a jaw-dropping total of $88,000. Yes, you heard that right. A simple quarter, designed to celebrate freedom and history, is now worth more than most luxury cars. So don't underestimate the power of pocket change. It's not just about luck, it's about looking, learning, and knowing what to search for. If you've enjoyed this dive into rare American coins and want more videos about hidden treasures in your wallet or piggy bank, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Who knows? The next big discovery might be sitting in your coin jar right now. Top 2. We're going to explore a fascinating piece of modern US currency, the 2021 D quarter dollar. Yes, a coin that's barely a few years old might be the golden ticket you never knew you had. So don't scroll away, because what looks like an ordinary quarter could be something incredibly rare, and by the end of this video, you'll find out exactly how one of these unassuming coins sold for a price that most people only dream about. Now, let's rewind for just a moment and talk about the year 2021. This was a transitional time for the United States Mint. The iconic America the Beautiful quarter program had just ended, and in its place, the U.S. Mint introduced a new quarter, one that honored not just nature or landmarks, but people. That's right, in 2021, the Mint launched the final issue of the America the Beautiful series and introduced the Washington crossing the Delaware quarter. And here's where it gets interesting: the Denver Mint, marked with a small d on the coin, produced millions of these quarters. But buried within that massive production run were a few coins that didn't quite come out the way they were supposed to, and that's exactly what collectors are looking for. The design of the 2021 D quarter is visually striking. On the front, we have the familiar face of George Washington, just like we've seen since 1932, but this time, the portrait has been restored to its original bold appearance, closer to the sculptor's original vision. On the reverse, we see a powerful scene of General George Washington crossing the Delaware River during the American Revolutionary War. It's a dramatic and patriotic design, a salute to one of the most pivotal moments in U.S. history, but it's not just about history and design. This coin has sparked massive interest in the collector community for one major reason: errors. Now, let's talk about mint errors. You might think errors make a coin less valuable, but in the world of numismatics, the opposite is often true. Mistakes in the minting process, like doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or misaligned dies, can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into something truly special. The rarer the error and the better the condition, the more collectors are willing to pay. One of the most talked about variants of the 2021 D quarter includes dramatic die breaks, where part of the coin appears to have extra metal or strange markings, known by collectors as cuds. Others may have missing lettering, die chips, or even parts of the design that appear ghosted or blurry. These rare features can make a huge difference in value, and the best part? These error coins don't just sit in museums or vaults. Many of them are discovered in everyday circulation, in your change at the grocery store, in a bankroll, or in that old jar of coins collecting dust on the shelf. That's what makes collecting so exciting. The rarest discoveries can come from the most unexpected places. Collectors are especially keen on 2021 quarters from the Denver Mint because certain die varieties and minting inconsistencies are more commonly found in this batch. Combine that with pristine condition, no scratches, no wear, no discoloration, and you've got yourself something special. Coins that are graded by top services like PCGS or NGC, especially those that earn a grade of MS67 or higher, can reach astonishing prices. Let's also not forget about the power of demand. When a new error is discovered and confirmed, the coin community goes into a frenzy. Articles are written. Forums light up. Collectors race to find one. That hype drives value even higher, especially for the first few examples that hit the auction block. So, before you spend that next quarter, take a second look. If it says 2021 with a D mint mark, flip it over and examine both sides carefully. Does anything look unusual? Are there any marks, chips, or doubling in the text or image? Does it appear misaligned or missing part of the design? If so, you might be looking at something far more valuable than just 25 cents. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. One of these rare 2021 D quarter dollars, found in exceptional condition and featuring a remarkable mint error, was professionally graded and later sold at auction for a staggering total of $38,000. Yes, that's right, $38,000 for a coin you could have mistaken for pocket change. That's why coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a treasure hunt. A mystery. A real-life adventure where knowledge, attention to detail, and a little bit of luck can lead to truly life-changing finds. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare US coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. We've got plenty more discoveries to uncover together, and who knows, the next one might be sitting right in your pocket. Top 3. We're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern coins, the 2022 quarter dollar from the United States Mint. Now, I know what you might be thinking: how could such a recent coin be worth anything more than 25 cents? It's just a quarter, right? But here's the twist. Some coins from recent years, even coins that are still in circulation, have rare varieties, unique features, or minting errors that make them incredibly valuable. And yes, one of them could be sitting in your coin jar or jingling in your pocket right now. But let's talk about the 2022 quarters. This year marked the beginning of a groundbreaking new series from the US Mint, the American Women Quarters Program. This series celebrates trailblazing women who made an impact on American history, culture, science, and civil rights. In 2022, 5 remarkable women were honored on the reverse of the quarter, and each design is a work of art in itself. The 2022 quarter, minted in Philadelphia, features one of these honorees. What makes the 2022 quarters stand out isn't just the design or the historical figures they honor, it's the way a few of them were minted. While millions of these coins were produced and distributed across the country, a small handful were struck with rare errors or unusual features that instantly caught the attention of collectors. Before we go into what makes these coins valuable, let's take a moment to appreciate the artwork and meaning behind them. Whether it's Maya Angelou gracefully raising her arms toward the sun, or astronaut Sally Ride gazing outward with the stars behind her, each design tells a story. The obverse, or front, still features George Washington, but with a fresh new look. The Mint chose Laura Garden Fraser's 1931 design of Washington for this new series, a piece that had been passed over for decades and finally made its debut in 2022. It gives the coin a classic, elegant look while linking past and present. But let's get to what collectors really want to know: why are some 2022 quarters suddenly worth serious money? It all comes down to mint errors and condition. The Philadelphia Mint, like any major minting facility, occasionally produces coins with defects. These aren't your average scratches or wear from circulation, we're talking about legitimate minting errors. These include die cracks, off-center strikes, double dies, and even coins struck on the wrong planchet. When these types of errors occur, and especially when they appear on a highly visible new release, they create instant buzz in the collecting world. One of the most fascinating error types found in the 2022 quarters is the die clash. This happens when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a coin between them, leaving ghost-like impressions from one side of the coin on the other. Imagine seeing the outline of the reverse design faintly imprinted on the front of the coin. That's not just rare, it's incredibly desirable to collectors. There are also examples of doubling, where parts of the design, like the letters or facial features, appear to be shadowed or repeated slightly. It's a striking visual effect that usually occurs when the die shifts during the minting process. These doubled die errors can turn a common coin into a standout collectible. Another major factor that affects value is condition. A coin fresh from a mint roll, with no nicks, scratches, or signs of wear, can earn a mint state grade from PCGS or NGC. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. Coins graded MS67 or MS68 are already quite valuable, but if you combine that pristine condition with a verified error, now you're talking about a coin that's worth far more than anyone would expect. Now here's the best part: these coins are still being found. That's right, people are discovering rare 2022 error quarters in bankrolls, change from stores, and even in parking meters. You don't need to be a millionaire or own a museum to find one. All it takes is a careful eye, a little patience, and some coin knowledge, and that's what makes this hobby so exciting. It's like a real-life treasure hunt, and the prize could be right under your nose. So the next time you get change at the gas station or open up a fresh roll of quarters from the bank, take a moment to look closely. Does the coin have a P mint mark just above the date? Check for doubling, strange lines, missing elements, or anything that just looks a little off. You might be holding something special now. For the moment you've been waiting for. One of these 2022 quarters, featuring a rare and dramatic minting error, in absolutely pristine condition, has been professionally graded and sold to a private collector for an astonishing $33,000. Yes, you heard that right. A modern-day quarter, less than a few years old, sold for $33,000. That's more than many people spend on a car. And it could still be out there, waiting to be found. So don't overlook the new coins. Don't toss the 2022 quarter aside just because it's modern. Sometimes the newest coins hide the biggest surprises. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more incredible coin stories, rare coin finds, and coin hunting tips, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunting opportunity. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting!